Hey everyone, it's Chira, and welcome to Chira Answers. On today's episode, I'm just gonna do a Q&A for the month of August, and there weren't too many questions this month as there were last month, so let's dive right on in. Okay, from YouTube, from Kiss and Makeup, she asked me two questions. The first one is, what inspired you to become Wiccan? Well, since I was a kid, I always felt differently, and kids have always treated me differently. I went to a daycare center, and all these girls were like playing with each other, and I was like the outcast. Nobody wanted to play with me at all. So I started watching like all these like Hollywood TV shows about witchcraft, and that just got me interested in it, and it was the one place that I actually felt like I belonged. And I made friends who were, into the same stuff. And for once in my life, I felt like I actually had true friends. So that just got me started in my craft. I spent a lot of time researching it. It's a religion that you have to focus all your time studying, because there is a lot of information. You just can't like wake up one day and say, hey, I want to be Wiccan. You have to actually make a commitment. If you want to become Wiccan, then you have to basically dedicate your entire life to studying it. Really, you have to study the craft every day. I know I have one friend in particular. He says that he's Wiccan, but honestly, because with my abilities, because I do have abilities, and that is one religion that I can, like I said, I feel like I belong. And with this one person in particular, I felt deep inside, that he wasn't a true Wiccan, that he was basically lying. He wants to say that he's Wiccan so he could like be a part of the group. So it was difficult for me and the other guys when it came to, this person in particular. It's like, no. We know certain stuff, and we started asking him about certain topics, like what's the best time to do this ritual, in what moon phase. More than half of the questions, I should say all of the questions, he actually got wrong. So that's when we knew he was just full of himself. So, but anyways, back to the question. So yeah, since I was a kid, I've always felt out of place. Like I didn't belong anywhere, and other kids treated me differently. They were basically rude. They picked on me. My story is kind of like Charmed. When their grandmother died, they received their abilities. Same thing happened. When my grandmother died, I received my abilities. She died when I was maybe 6-7 years old. And I began receiving my abilities. Now, there's one ability in particular that I really believe, truly and strongly believe, that I have had since before I was born. That I was literally born with this ability, and my other abilities grew as time went on. So the ability that I believe that I was born with is my premonitions. Because when I was like 3 years old, I had this recurring dream over and over and over again. And as a kid, you interpret it as how I interpret it, as I was tied up, there was fire all around, and there was these monsters all around me. Later on, I was really interested in the Salem witch trials. I started doing a lot of research. I started having more dreams into, that dream when I was 3. And it all made sense. I was burned at the stake in the Salem witch trials for being a witch. My name back then was Mary Clark. I was from Haverhill, Massachusetts. And I saw a picture of what I looked like. And ignore that, that's just a message. I saw a picture of what I looked like, and I was like, damn, I'm ugly. So, yeah, the history behind Mary Clark's past. Basically, she stabbed somebody, and as far as I read, I know that she had some markings, and back then, if you had a certain mark, you were accused for being a witch. So, in another life of mine, around the 1920s, the roaring 20s, I was one of those flapper dancers. My name was Meredith. That's all I know. Now, I got kind of mixed up in the wrong crowd. Like, mob, basically. And because of Mary's past, because Mary stabbed somebody stabbed Meredith. And guess where? In the abdomen. And now, in this life, I have a chance to start over, start anew, basically. It's like my slate is clean. I have a fresh new start at life, knowing my past 2 lives and what I did. And because in my last life, I was stabbed in the abdomen, I have a lot of problems in that area. My stomach is always hurting. You can ask anybody that knows me. My stomach always hurts in that area. And because of something traumatic that happens to you in your past life, that pain can actually come to you in your current life. Believe it or not, it can. And it's like a subconscious kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, all that, makes perfect sense. And yeah, my premonitions let me see the future and the past. Yeah, basically, when my grandmother died, when I was 7, I believe, I got another ability. The what I call it is me being a medium. I saw my first ghost. And it was weird. It was just me and my mom. My brother was spending the night somewhere. I don't remember. And I was in the bathroom just brushing my teeth. At the peripheral vision, I saw someone walk by. So I stuck my head out the bathroom. I saw a black mass, and he was extremely tall. Maybe taller than my mom, because my mom is like 5'7". He was taller than her. He was probably like 6 foot, and it was like from like the Western time, but he was dressed all in black, and walked down the hallway, turned at me, like turned around, looked me in the eyes, smiled, and walked into my room. So, being 7 years old, I was curious. I was like, okay, someone might have broken into the house. At the time, I'm the oldest in the house. My older brother just moved out. So, okay, I have to be, big, brave, and strong. So I followed it. Walked into my room, looked around, and nothing was there. Nothing at all was there. So I told my mom, and that's when my mom decided to tell me about her experiences. And I knew for a fact that I wasn't crazy at all. So, when I was 18, my mom picked me up from school because I wasn't feeling too good. She took me to the doctors because I hadn't been feeling good for a while. And they said that it was probably just like the common cold. They gave me medicine. And we went to Wendy's for lunch. And, we sat down. And I started eating. All of a sudden, I just had a major migraine. I mean, this was the world's biggest migraine you'd ever imagine. And all of a sudden, I just got flooded with everybody's emotions. And I said, Mom, we have to go now. So I got, bags, packed up, all of our lunch. We literally ate our lunch in the car. And my headache was all better. She asked me, she was like, what's wrong? And I told her, I could hear and feel what everyone was thinking and their emotions. And right there, she told me that I was an empath. So, yeah. So Wicca is basically a way for me to express who I am as an individual. It's the only religion that I feel comfortable, that I feel safe in. I get these holy rollers coming to my door all the time because I told one person, one of the holy rollers that came to my door, that I'm Wiccan. And ever since then, it's like they've been coming at my door, bugging the shit out of me, trying to convert me. It's like, okay, I'm not going to try to convert you into witchcraft. Don't convert me into your religion. It's like, seriously, it's like, don't force your religion on me and I won't force my religion on you. Basically, simple as that. I'm not going to change who I am as an individual, and I'm not going to change my religion. Just because you don't approve of my religion and who I am as a person, I could care less. So, I really hope that answers your question. I know it was lengthy, but it kind of like revolves into it in that one package, really my abilities and me being socially awkward as a kid. So I really hope that answers your question. The next question that she had is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Now, I know I Instagrammed this a long time ago saying that I was going to move to Florida. My mom and I, we were just basically talking, and she says once my grandfather passes away, she wants to move to Florida, mainly because my older brother lives in Florida. And the good side of it is, I can't talk. The upside of it all, at least I have a friend who lives in Florida, which is Thai. So, and you know, being able to see my brother every day. So it's like, okay, I want to finish school first. You know, it's the main important thing. I want to finish school. So, okay, I'm done with school. We don't know how much longer my grandfather has. When he passes away, I really don't know where we will end up. I'm not sure if we're going to Florida or not. But living out here in California, I mean, I live in the middle of the desert in California, and it's hot. Ignore that, another email. So moving to one hot state to another hot state is no. I like the cold climate. I'm so goddamn miserable in the hot climate, literally. So I honestly don't know what's going to happen with that. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that I have another email. Thank you. Anyways, I swear, every time that I'm trying to do a video, my phone always has to go off. So, anyways. What the hell is my brother doing? He's over there in his room drilling. I don't know what he's drilling at. I'm not sure if you can hear that. Anyways. But, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with all that. But the places that I want to live in, if I could, is Ireland, Paris, only two that I can probably think of. Hold on. I have time zones for some of my favorite places. If I can find it. Yeah, time zones. Okay, yeah, London, Paris. Of course, Ireland, Salem, Massachusetts, New York, and I think that is it, really? Yeah, just those. Yeah, Salem, New York, London, Paris, Ireland. Oh, and maybe Italy. Not too sure. But but yeah. But I was telling my mom that I prefer living in a cold climate, and I was telling her I'm gonna move to Alaska. It is the coldest place on Earth besides the North Pole, but I do much better in cold climate. I know you guys are probably saying I'm crazy. I get that. I'm probably am crazy wanting to go to a cold climate and live there. Yeah. But actually, believe it or not, I have more energy in cold climate. In the heat, I am so miserable, I don't want to do anything. So literally this past summer, I had to force myself to do videos. And yeah, half the time I just don't want to be bothered, do anything, go anywhere. It's like literally I have to force myself to, which is hard. But anyways, from Tumblr, makeup, love, fashion. So I really hope that answers your question on that. So yeah. Okay, so from Tumblr, makeup, love, fashion. She says, favorite powder. My favorite face powder would have to be this NYC Smooth Skin Pressed Face Powder in Naturally Beige. It's a dupe for one of MAC powders, and I honestly, I love it. It's, as you can tell, I hit pan on it. I love it. It's one of the best drugstore powders that I've used, next to CoverGirl and Maybelline. So yeah, if you haven't tried it, I suggest you try it. It's basically amazing. It doesn't cost that much, so yeah. But like I said, there weren't too many questions this month. I know the first two were a bit lengthy, so yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions that you want me to answer next month, drop them down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Until next time, peace and love. Bye, everyone.